Hey everybody, welcome to the Easy List Building Machine 2.0. I'm Mike Marin alongside here with Corey Ross. How's it going, Corey?
Good, good.
All right, so we're going to get right into it. But before we do that, I thought it would make sense for people who don't know Corey and myself to give a little background. So real quick, I started out in internet marketing in 2008. Was studying to become a mechanical engineer. Took a job at actually didn't take my job at Westinghouse. Worked there for two internships. Decided I was going to after reading the 4 Hour Work Week, like you, Corey, decided I was going to go out, start my own business, and proceeded to struggle for 2 years before I went to an event in Florida. From there, got a chance to meet a couple people who are actually making money, not teaching how to make money online. Uh, Worked for Francis Ablola, who was one of the top copywriters in the real estate niche. From here, started to work for other different marketers. Actually wrote copy for you, Corey. Worked for Travis
Yep.
Sago, Dr. Tom Arendt, TJ Roletter, and a lot of the real estate investing gurus that teach people how to make money in real estate through Francis. So that was a great experience. Sort of got to see behind the curtain what worked. And today, I'm a highly paid freelance marketing strategist and copywriter for authors, experts, and coaches. And I recently, along with Corey and also some solo projects, started launching my own products in the IM niche. And me and Corey currently do coaching where we help beginners and advanced marketers grow their business online. So with that said, that's basically as quickly as I can go over my little bio. Take it away, Corey, for you.
Yep, mine's a little shorter, but that works for me. So I started in IM in about 2009, 2010, somewhere in between. A little bit after college, just couldn't stick with the job. Job just never felt right for me. So I just tried going from business to business until something finally clicked and I just found something that worked. And I started picking up on different techniques that really worked well, like squeeze pages, collecting leads, and really just hammering out and trying different things to see what worked. And eventually, that led to being the top ClickBank vendor for 2 years in a row.
In the top 100, right?
Yep.
Very good. All right. So this course, this training is all about how to build a list. So why build a list? First off, your list is an asset. As they say, the money's in the list. That's actually wrong. The money's in the relationship with the list. But that once you have a relationship with a group or and you have their email addresses, that is as good as money in the bank. Another reason to build a list is it's money on demand. Once you have a bunch of people who know, like, and trust you, and you have their email access, you can easily recommend products or launch your own products and tell them about it. That's how these. That's how you see these big numbers that people do, like six figures in less than 7 days, five figures in a couple days, couple hours. I think back a couple years ago, Frank Kern did almost $1 million in an hour, but that all comes from having a list. And another reason to have a list is the ugly truth is the majority of people online, they will not buy your stuff the first time they see it. So the big money is made in the follow-up. And the last thing I have here is this is actually something that I learned from a copywriter who works at Agora, and I really like the saying. It's he who controls the clicks controls the cash. You
100%.
like that one, Corey?
Yes.
All right, Corey. So why don't you go over sort of the goal of building a list?
Well, there's a few goals, but the ultimate goal that you have with the list is generate money. And you, by building up your relationship with your list and growing the list, you're creating basically just like a bank that you can withdraw money with over time. So most importantly, though, in order to pull money out of this list, which is basically your bank account, it needs to be a really high quality list. So it's not about quantity. It's not about quantity. It's about quality. I've seen lists that are 1,000 to 5,000 large, and they've pulled in insane amounts of money. For example, $10,000 in one mailing, while I've seen 50,000 size lists call it a mediocre, $2,000 or less. So as Mike said, it's very important to build a relationship amongst everything else. If you show them that they can trust you, then you will be able to pull money out like it's a bank.
Very good. And so here is we're gonna debunk some myths. So here's a harsh reality: you're gonna buy your list. That's just, I mean, I wish someone would have told me that when I first started, but you're gonna either buy it with your money or your time. And what I mean by that is everyone tries these free traffic methods, and that's what seduces all the beginners. But in reality, your time's worth something. And like Jim Rohn said, you could always get more money, but you can't get more time. So coming into this training, coming into this course, that's something that we will always want to have in the back of our mind: is there's no such thing as free traffic. You're going to buy your list. So here is the list building plan. We're going to need a bribe. That's what's going to get them to opt in. We're going to need to have a traffic source or multiple traffic sources. And the bribe, that affects conversion. That's sort of what you're offering for them to give you their name and email address. Or in some cases, you could even skip the squeeze page and go straight to a low ticket sales page. But again, what you're offering is going to affect the conversion. Your traffic source, that's going to affect the quality. JV traffic is going to be higher quality than, say, like some sort of Pinterest gimmick that you learn. And then we're going to have, because we're buying our list with either time or money, we're going to have a monetization method, and that's going to affect how much we can spend. So I'm a big fan of creating funnels and having higher ticket products on the back end. I know Corey is too, so we can spend more.
Absolutely.
So list building is, if you saw the One Man Freedom course that Corey and I did, one of the things that we hammered in there was that this business is half psychology and half math. So if you look here, this is sort of the math part of list building. So we got our traffic source, and say we get 1,000 clicks at $1,000, which that's actually relatively high, wouldn't you say? So like on Facebook.
Yes. Well, it depends what the source is, but for a solo, that would be a little pricey.
Yeah, be pretty pricey. So we're going to assume that it's a little high here. Then it's going to go to the opt-in page, and now we have the psychology part. So that would be the conversion. Let's say 20% of them convert in. That's 200 leads. So you got 200 leads. You paid $1,000 for it. Our cost per lead is $5. And obviously the name of the game is to try to make it so that our cost per lead is as low as possible. We could still get as high enough quality. Now, if let me move that up. So this is the second thing. Say again, we spend 1,000 clicks for $1,000. They go to opt in. Now we've gotten better at the psychology, better at the bribing, better at creating the squeeze page. We now have a 40% conversion rate, which again, we're going to show you in this course how to create squeeze pages that get anywhere between 40 and 60%. Now you've generated 400 leads with the same amount of ad spend. So you take 1,000 divided by 400, your cost per lead is now $2.50. So through your funnel now, if you're able to make $3 per lead, you're making 50 cents every time you get a lead. In the previous case, say you're making $3 per every lead, it's costing you $5. You're losing $2 every single time. So again, really important to get good at this, the psychology part, and really important to know your numbers. So Corey, you want to cover the magic list building formula?
Yep, that's on me. All right, wait. So let's talk about. This will kind of go over what Mike went over. I'm going to tell you the exact steps to build the squeeze page and get that going. So step one, you need to find your bribe, and this will really depend on your market, and it'll depend what you are trying to catch. For example, let's say you're doing a weight loss product, so you would do a squeeze page and then maybe offer them like a little training video to show them a little secret that will teach them how to lose 10 pounds in 1 month or something like that. Something that really gets their attention, and that's where a bribe comes from. And then once you put this all into the squeeze page and you have it ready, you need to promote the squeeze page, so you drive traffic to it. And a little later, we're going to discuss driving traffic. And then you offer your bribe to them for free in exchange for their email address on the squeeze page. You're not going to collect any money. The free gets you the highest conversions. It gives you the best chance in order to get these customer information in your autoresponder, and you follow up with them, build your relationship, and then you can start promoting to them.
Exactly. And that's pretty complicated, right?
No.
see, that's the thing. A lot of
In the
these.
beginning, it's a little confusing, but after you get it down, it actually seems very straightforward. But yeah, in the beginning, it can be a little tricky.
Yeah, and I know you more advanced guys you're probably rolling your eyes, but the reality of list building is it is really simple. Don't try to make this more complex than it is. It's simply having a bribe, offering the bribe for their email address, and getting traffic. That's really it. There's no reason why you should make it more complicated. So some sticking points. Sticking point is, how do I get traffic? It's a big sticking point for people. We're going to cover that. Another sticking point is, what do I give away? That's more valid of a sticking point. Some people think they're not experts. I haven't got XYZ results. We're going to cover all these sticking points in the training videos. So if you have these thoughts, don't worry. I'm a technophobe. That's another reason why people don't build a list. Me and Corey are going to give you over-the-shoulder videos showing you exactly how to do all the nitty-gritty technical stuff. Another sticking point would be, this sounds like a lot of work. What I'm going to tell you here is the reality of it is, this is work. I wish it wasn't, but building a list, it's going to take, again, unless you have a ton of money, even then you still have to set all this stuff up. We'll have shortcuts. Corey has an outsourcing upgrade that you can get your hands on, which will show you how to outsource that stuff. And then the last sticking point would be, how do I turn leads into buyers? And again, we have that covered inside of this training course. I give a full module all on email strategies on how to actually get money once you have these leads. So the overview for the course, again, we wanted to keep this video fairly short. We're going to be covering how to monetize our traffic, how to create a bribe, how to create a squeeze page, and also how to get traffic. So that is pretty much it, and we will see you in the next video.
Thank you.
Okay.